we're trying to do to juice the economy. We'll see what happens. But meanwhile, all this week, we've been bringing you stories about how everyday people are doing their best to build up America. And today is really a great example of building from the ground up.
It's a program teaching troubled kids the basics of construction so that they can have a good foundation. Tom Foreman is live outside the CNN Express in Austin, finding some fantastic stories for us about, good opportunities in hard times. Hi, Tom.
Hey, how you doing this morning? You bring up an interesting point here. Unemployment actually is something that hurts all of us. You don't think of it that way. If you have a job, you think you're okay. But the truth is, unemployment can depress wages. It can affect your tax base. It can affect all sorts of things when people are out of work. And the one thing you really don't want is chronic unemployment. People who lose a job and simply can't get another one. There's a critical time for this. Right around the time you're getting out of high school, to the college years up into your mid-20s, if you don't get into a pattern of working then, you run the risk of becoming a chronically unemployed person, and truly that hurts us all. That's what this program is all about solving.
Out on the east edge of Austin.
Okay, here's eyewear for 5 people.
Rebuilding America starts with rebuilding lives. Meet the latest class of the Skillpoint Alliance Construction Gateway. Funded by city and county tax dollars, this is an innovative 5-week training program to turn the unemployable into the employed.
This is a big deal to you.
Yes, a very big deal. This is the beginning of the rest of my life.
I'm excited, even though it's really intense.
The target is individuals over the age of 18 who ought to be entering the workforce, but who have little hope of doing so because they dropped out of school or wound up in jail or had some other problem. Sean Gomez, for example, had been in and out of prison for robbery by the time he was 25.
There was no work. It was non-existent, to me, for people like myself.
Yet if you follow the basics and always do the basics right, everything else falls in place.
But then he ran into Sylvester Villarreal, who recruits students for the Construction Gateway program, scouring homeless shelters, unemployment lines.
I look for 2 things: a student that I feel that will benefit from this, and the second one, which is just as important, is an individual that is going to be a good employee.
Once in, they are taught the boot camp basics of construction work, showing up on time, doing what you're told, the language of tools and rules of building, all with the goal of helping not just them, but the broader community too.
We need new people coming in the pipeline, and one of the things that Construction Gateway does is that fills the pipeline with entry-level construction workers.
People who we absolutely need to economically and physically rebuild America.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The result? Close to 90% of Construction Gateway graduates who had little hope of a job before entering the program are employed within days of graduation, and they stay that way.
How confident are you that you'll get employment once you leave here?
100%.
It certainly worked for Sean. He has been on the job for 7 years and is now a foreman on an electrical crew.
This right here is the sole reason why I'm employed today.
The program takes only 100 students a year, but that's 100 doing good work. Good for them and good for their communities, too.
Change the lock again.
I've seen a lot of programs over the years that would say they train youth to do things. These aren't all young people. As you can see, some of them are older. And I was skeptical, frankly, about this program to go in because a lot of times you see a lot of money being spent with no result. The proof is in the pudding here. It's all those people actually getting jobs and keeping those jobs. This seems to genuinely work also because it works hand in glove with the construction industry here to make sure you don't just train them and then put them out there and say good luck. They say, we've trained you, now we're going to hook you up with somebody who wants your skills, will make sure you follow through on it. It really seems to be a program that's working here, and one that could work for a lot of people, which is the whole point of the Building Up America series.
Great news, Tom, really, is that the construction industry is a little bit better off in Texas than it is in other parts of the country, so that hopefully there will be some job opportunities there. Texas economy doing better. The Texas economy is doing better than a lot of other places, so maybe that means there's going to be some opportunities for those people.
That was a great story, Tom. Thanks.